It is almost 8 years now to the day when, on behalf of Nigeria, I first took office as chairman of the AGM of Shelter Afrique, and I received our brothers and sisters from across the great African continent. We did so under the banner and the brand of Shelter Afrique, by which we are bound together on a shared journey of African patriotism to reduce inequality amongst our people by making shelter accessible, affordable, and dignifying, as our founders intended when they created this company. Today, I feel very proud to say that Shelter Afrique that hosts you this morning is a much stronger company and a better version of what I inherited in 2016. By the collective action of our member states and our development partners and our board and management staff, we have surmounted very difficult challenges, some of which threatens the continued existence of this company at one time. Yes, it is true. I think I'm the oldest serving minister, because many of the others with change of government have gone. There was a time we were looking, look, should we go back to the African Union and tell them to wind down this company? That was how serious it was. But today the company stands and is better positioned. And with every sense of modesty, I am happy to announce that my own country, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has played a commendable role in that collective action that has kept the company alive. Between the 2016 AGM, that was the 35th, and this year's AGM, which is the 42nd, Nigeria has made contributions of about $5.9 million in 2017, $9.392 million in 2020, and $7,151,000 in 2022, making a total sum of $22,503,144.84. This has brought Nigeria's shareholding in the company to 15.80%, now valued at $30,724,961. For a company that was struggling for funding in 2016, this was a much needed injection of life-restoring capital. And I must say that other members have responded to this kind of contribution. So it wasn't Nigeria acting alone, but it was Nigeria providing some leadership that all the member states have responded to. But beyond financial capital, Nigeria also contributed perhaps the most important capital, the human capital. At that time of turbulence, Nigeria seconded Mr. Femi Adewale to provide interim leadership for the company at perhaps its most turbulent period. And from there on, right to the leadership of my colleague and brother, Honorable Daniel Garwin, this company, as I said, is a much better company. And let me say here that this is the real Daniel that has come to judgment, and he has come to good judgment. Because he came to judgment in very troubled times. And he took some decisions, even which the impact of those decisions went very close home. But he was able to follow his conviction. So with this background, as we convene today, I can say with a measure of confidence that for Shelter Afrique, the dark clouds are gone, and a bright new future of renewed hope certainly lies ahead. I say this especially bearing in mind the leadership now provided by our company's board and our company's management, both respectively led by Dr. Chi Abuja and Mr. Tiona Habib Han. Please, I think they deserve a round of applause.
the last few months, one of my key activities has been stakeholder engagement. During that time, I have had the privilege to meet with some of our honorable ministers and their teams, our shareholders and stakeholders, and the conversation constantly circles back to the same thing, the need for stability and enhancing shareholder value. To those concerns, my response is that the organization is experiencing a rebirth, a retooling, what we have termed now a new dawn. At the heart of this is a strategy that refocuses the organization to deliver impact, and by doing so, enhances shareholder value. During the week, you will hear a lot of references made to the new dawn and new strategy. And while we'll have more time to delve into details, I would like to provide a few highlights here. Our new strategy focuses on 4 main pillars. So the first pillar is providing funding and unfunded sort of instruments to financial institutions to address the demand side. Then the second pillar is addressing the supply side of housing, which is financing projects in the large-scale housing initiatives. The third pillar is developing PPPs with governments. And finally, the fourth one is thematic housing fund management and advisory services. The new strategic plan envisages a streamlined approach, which allows us to reach the end users by establishing new product structures such as employer staff housing funds, green resilience homes, and rent-to-own financing. Over the years, as you will all note, we have changed the way we conduct our AGMs, and we have expanded our multilateral engagement and activities to enhance shareholder value. The theme for this year is the political economy of the built environment. We have arrived at this theme because we believe that the connection between the physical development of housing and how it is influenced by the political economy is muted. For instance, the quantum of the housing deficit is often a matter of contention in our countries. How can we adequately draft policies or implement any of the housing programs if we do not adequately account for the housing deficit or demand? Additionally, we need to begin to tie affordable housing into less apparent sections of our economy. There is a proven relationship between home ownership and security. Obviously, rioters are less likely to destroy their own property.